Well, hey babies, it's Grandpaw here, and we're hanging out with Natalie down at Shambhala Cafe here in Crestone, Colorado, and notice what she's got in her hot little hand here. Get it over here, yeah. 2 delectable and delicious God's donuts, you know, because God had commanded her this morning. She heard this voice as she got out of bed this morning and told her, get up and go to Shambhala and get yourself one of my donuts. This is only the 2nd day they've been available here. So, what do you think, baby? Is God doing right by you or what with these little donuts?
They're tasty. I'm going to bring my dad a little present.
Awesome. He'll love that.
A donut connoisseur man, so he'll be happy.
Awesome, yeah.
I tried the chocolate, not the Ring of Fire yet, so it should be yummy.
But you got them together. I should have warned him about that. We don't want to put them together because now your chocolate's going to be partly Ring of Fire.
Oh, I like that because in Mexican chocolate, I like to
add the spice. Yeah.
We like it spicy.
I've got one like that too. That'll be the next. I'll probably put that one in here Saturday. I'm trying a few different flavors on them. I got peanut butter coming up, and of course we got the regular glazed, which is just out of this world. You know, there's not another donut like it anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that one.
And then there's like the chocolate, which of course. I mean, how can you go wrong with raw cacao? It's great. It's good stuff, you know?
And they're all organic, right?
Oh, and vegan, too.
Vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, they're vegan, okay.
Everything, you know. They're blessed by God. We wouldn't have them be bad. Not one harmful ingredient in there. And everything is organic and from nature and from God. Because she's nature. Yeah. So, hey, there's a man. He needs to get a donut. I can tell. It would greatly improve your day. But anyway, so how's things? You live south of the border, right?
I'm in Honolulu and Santa Fe.
Yeah. So she's south of Alamosa. That's way south of the border here, because the border here is down there at the Baptist Church on T Road.
Yeah, that's right. We're off to the world.
What do you think of Crestone?
Well, it seems to always call me back. I've been looking at it for 20 years from the dunes, so.
Wow.
Sitting in the dunes like, what's that? Well, I like the needles and the mountains, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. I've lived here just for about 1.5 years now, and every time I come up T Road on my way home, my jaw just drops. It's just. It's a lot like the place I grew up in, a little place over in Utah. It looked a lot like that when I was a kid. Sure as hell don't look that way now. It's a big old metropolis. Wouldn't get near it.
I lived in New Zealand a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
And it reminds me of New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and I've been to like Nepal and India, and so it's like a mixture of all that.
Yeah.
But like it's nice because you don't have to get on a plane and go all the way to New Zealand. You have your own little. The valley is like a little.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like it, like the South Island.
Yeah. Cool. Now we know what the South Island looks like. I got all kinds of friends from down there. I've never managed to get down there, you know.
It's amazing. And the nice thing is, imagine the valley with the ocean right there. So that's New Zealand.
Well,
the big peaks in the ocean right next to it.
Next week, from what Edgar Casey says, we'll beachfront property over there in South Fork, man.
Yeah. But people would come and it would be different, right?
Yeah. Oh, I saw this valley one time in a vision. This valley, San Luis Valley, had like 30 million people. Hanging out and partying down. I mean, it was a love fest. It wasn't a biker fest. It was a love fest, man. And that was just one little microcosmic bit, because everywhere across the earth, everybody else was partying down in similar places, too. But this was the core of it, because, some people think that Crestone is the other side of Tibet as far as, being on opposite sides of the world. Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah, there's this cool book I love. It's called Navajo and Tibetan Ancient Tradition or Wisdom. And it talks about, compares the two, and they are pretty much the Navajo and the Tibetan exact opposite.
Wow.
Of theirs. And he talks about parallels in the culture and, the sand paintings and all the different traditions.
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
But those are all books that I love, and then of course you give away because everyone else loves them. So I've owned that book like 4 times, given it away.
Oh, wow.
Equally.
I keep running into people from New Zealand, though. I do. I don't know what it is, but just all through my life. Since I was a little kid, I keep running into people with New Zealand, and they're always showing me pictures and stuff.
It's beautiful, and the people are awesome. Very.
Yeah.
I call it the land of the people. Well, most of it, because you can't generalize that. But most of the people I met, I was lucky enough or like the people without masks. You don't have to like wait 2 years to get to know who they are. They're just like, what do you want to know? This is who it is. So I like that part.
And the Maoris, magic.
Yeah, I met a lot of Maoris and was good friends with, and they're awesome. They're just one of my good friends. I remember I go to his house. I'm like, oh, can I'd ask, because I always I don't want to just take things. He's like, no, what are you talking about? It's your house. Come in, you take what you need. So it's that community sense.
Well, I stood along the runway there in LAX a couple times with a little sign said New Zealand, and finally I gave up and made one that said Hawaii, and I still didn't have any luck. I couldn't believe it.
You could work on a boat.
Yeah, there you go.
But Hawaii is a good, it's close enough, but it's different because in New Zealand there's been a lot more like giving back of the lands of the Maori that are decent lands, and in Hawaii they tend to be giving the crappiest lands, possibly like a Hawaiian homeland, of the lava fields. The resorts around them exuberantly beautiful.
Yeah, but just wait, it'll be just like what happened to the Navajo. They discover some mineral in the lava.
They take that away.
Yeah. Jam it and cram it, man. It's like, oh no. But thank God they haven't been able to pollute the Red Rock country too bad. I mean, they've got big gas fields, big oil fields, stuff like that. And the Peabody Coal Company thinks they own that country down there. And they're constantly trying to build coal mines and power plants, And the people are laying down in front of bulldozers. Grandmothers are laying down in front. I don't know how that come. Have you heard about that big one they wanted to do over there by Shiprock? Did it go through?
I'm not sure about that, but I know they're always trying to do, I think it's the Galisteo Basin in Santa Fe area. They're always trying to do something. So what is it, the fracking? When they do a different type of gas?
Yeah, it destroys your groundwater. You don't want them near you, man. Out there in Oklahoma where we were, they destroyed the groundwater.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So like where the cancer going in different ways, poisoning, killing.
And the sad part of it is we don't need any of it. The energy technology exists right now to make every person on this earth free of any form of consumptive energy.
Yeah, look what Nikola Tesla did how long ago?
Exactly.
And then like Buckminster Fuller, who I love, and then it's all there except it was suppressed. And then the cool thing, just checked out the charter school, and they had the solar panels, so there's a gold lead standard.
It's a move in the right direction, but baby, I'm telling you that, like I've said before about the age of truth, so we become, as we go through this process, we become more conscious and we see what's literally here and what's literally happened, and no deception is possible because we only see truths, like having the eyes of babies again, just totally innocent, and you can't fool the innocent because they see. You see? So that's where we're headed with that. And that will bring these forms of quote technologies, because they're really not even technologies. They're more like what we would call right now spiritual forms of communication. But because that's the access to the eternal power, what other power plant do you need?
Well, it's all always been there.
Yeah.
So it's like, Nikola Tesla's stuff was suppressed because they couldn't monitor it. Like,
or steal from you,
Edison had it so you could wire it, so you could regulate it, and then, Tesla's version was free, so they didn't want that.
No.
But all you have to do is this one experiment he had set up, and he just put light bulbs, and they were all being lit by the system that he had set up. I'm not exactly sure on the specifics, but I remember reading a little bit about it years ago. But it was all there, free, unregulated.
Yeah. And some amazing things happen. I'm not sure if it was Tesla or what, but somebody actually sent an energy pulse over there into Siberia about 1902 or 1913, somewhere back there early in the 18th century or 1900s, whatever you want to call it. But in the early 1900s, somebody sent an energy pulse over into the forest in Siberia that caused a reactionary explosion that was a lot like an atomic bomb. And that was 30, 40 years before the Americans and the Japanese and the Germans started to develop them, So, who knows? But that Tesla was way advanced, way ahead of his time. He was tapped in, you could tell. But like most creative people, and I'm sure you encounter this too, when you're truly creative and you truly care and respect the people of this earth and this place where you live called Mother Earth, in the past, it's not often that the world around you is going to be compatible, right?
Yeah. Well, they're going to call it witchcraft or whatever. You know, they call it what they want. So they're scared of it.
Yeah.
But it's all about fear, right? That's my current...
Fear and barbarism and overcoming barbarism. We've lived in the age of darkness for like 25,000 years or so now. We've gotten used to it. We think darkness is light. Well, it is. But, you know, it's kind of the flip side of that.
Well, you need both for one.
Yeah,
You can't have one without the other.
Well, you got shading, you got contrast. That's what darkness is. It's the shadow. It gives you dimension, depth. But it's not evil. It's conceived of itself as that because of our fear.
Well, because we're afraid of it.
Yeah, we create it that way. Yeah, it's weird how it works.
Well, it's nighttime, it's dark, we can't see.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
But if folks will just eat one little donut, one little bite out of a donut, just like she has, complete enlightenment awaits you. Total and completely.
So this is a good sand dune activity. Eat your donut and run around the dunes, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. You might want a little more sugar than that. I mean, they're not as sugary as they
I got my
could be.
nasty Red Bull or my energy.
There you go.
My energy drink, whatever.
A little enlightenment, a little darkness, and you're on your way. That's how it works today, I'll tell you.
No, it's a good day. It's warming up finally, so I think it's time to go run around outside, which is the
You
best part.
betcha. Hit those sand dunes. You bet. Thanks for being with us.
No problem. I'm gonna
on
look
the
it up.
Coyote Medicine Show here.
Thank you for nice to meet you.
Grandpa Peter Coyote on YouTube, folks. Natalie, we love you, baby. Thanks so much. You bet.
Have a good one.
You too. Rock and roll.
Sell lots of donuts.
Standing on a corner and wind blowing.